What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again with the first ever 1/64 scale diecast for this driver, Corey Day, and the number 17 Hendrickcars.com Chevrolet. Finally, a clean variant of this car. This paint scheme gets produced for the 1/64 collector. Let's get it off the base and take a closer look. And here we go, folks. Diecast off the rotating base. The first ever Corey Day diecast. We got a lot of Corys in NASCAR nowadays. Corey LaJoie, Corey Heim. Now we got Corey Day. And this paint scheme is just so iconic. I love how, Hendrick's been running it throughout their Xfinity program. They've been running it in the trucks. They've been running it even in ARCA. Heck, I think they're even running it in NHRA. It's just really cool to see it all around motorsports. So here's the box design, just your standard Hendrick Motorsports Xfinity logo. It doesn't say Corey Day on the box like most of the Xfinity diecast. They do more of a team uniform style. Here's the official name for it, just Hendrickcars.com Chevrolet. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and open it up. Brand new out of the box, and here we go. The beautiful Hendrickcars.com paint scheme, which really I would put it up there, honestly, just one of the most iconic paint schemes since the millennium. The Home Depot 20 car, the green Interstate Batteries car. This paint scheme did debut in the early 2000s, maybe even the late 90s. I think it was specifically the early 2000s, of course, with Ricky Hendrick. And that paint scheme came back in 2021 with Kyle Larson. Technically 2020 with William Byard. I think he ran it at the Roval. But it's a 2000s livery that is really finally getting its popularity, so to speak, in the 2020s. And I'm really glad to see it just really be kind of celebrated across motorsports. And I honestly don't get tired of it. I really don't. I'm a fan of... I love seeing drivers have one iconic style and then running alternates once in a while. I really like that. I think it's proven to be pretty successful in terms of the merchandising side throughout all the years. I mean, everybody thinks of, Bobby Labonte driving a green Interstate Batteries car, but people forget how many alternate paint schemes he ran his last few years at Joe Gibbs Racing. I mean, he had a ton of them, right, that he ran in the Cup Series. And, Michael Waltrip, he had a whole bunch of different alternates. He had, like the Richmond car, he had like a different band on there. He had like the Vanilla Wafers car, the Patriotic paint schemes, just cool stuff like that. Hendrickcars.com right there on the hood of the diecast. Got Xfinity with Day right there. Go to the front of the diecast. You have Chevrolet with the number 17 and the, I don't know if you call these stripes or like saber tooth fangs. I don't know, but they look pretty cool. On the left side of the diecast, so the number 17 there. Notice the number 17 is a little bit more forward. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but it's not really centered on the door panel. Got Hendrickcars.com right there with a Valvoline decal. You have kind of a red-orange outlining to the gas insert, Valvoline once again. Got the American flag, Corey Day, nice name rail font. I like that. It is a little bit larger so you can easily see it. Sometimes, I remember on the Kevin Harvick diecast, for whatever reason, they would make the name rail decal like literally the smallest decal in the car, and you could barely read it unless you really get up close to it. The Goodyear decal here is a little bit off there. That's unfortunate. I think the whole side decal is a little far forward. I think that's what happened here. I got Xfinity with the race car decal. Both of those are a little bit stretched. Go to the back panel of the diecast. You have Chevrolet on the back bumper with Hendrickcars.com. Got number 17 there. The spoiler is painted black. You have your faux exhaust because who doesn't like fake exhaust ports? On the right side of the diecast here, notice how the number is a lot more centered on this side. I think there is something... Actually, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. The number 1 is right there underneath like the whoosh. Yeah, that's a design issue. That's actually not a factory issue. That's the render of the car. What? That is crazy. Look at that. So you have the number 1 right there, and it's like just underneath that A pillar. And then the 17, I mean, just the corner of it clips it. So I get it, it's an italic number, so it's going to be motion forward, but you can clearly see there's a whole lot more real estate. I have no idea if that's accurate to the real car. The reason why I say this, if you remember in 2024, what's his face? Chandler Smith, his Mobile 1 card actually got made in 1/64 scale. The door number was like, it was either forward or reversed. and it looked like an error. And on the diecast, it was an advent calendar car for 2024. And then you look at the real photos of the car, and it was verbatim the same way. So that low key, even though it seems like an error, might actually be realistic to the real car. But it's out the diecast here. We have the number 17, a little bit kind of a wavy number. You can see a little bit stretched here and there. So there's a little bit of quirks here, but that's okay. You're going to have that once in a while. Hiring techs on the roof of the diecast with Xfinity. Or not Xfinity, but the rear window of an Xfinity car. I was about to say, it's kind of interesting how the Xfinity cars don't have the dual shark fins. I don't know if they run those in real life or they'll ever will, because they tend to flip once every year. We usually get at least one flip in the Xfinity series. Got Hendrickcars.com on the back window, or deck lid rather. Notice how large the trunk is on these freaking Xfinity Camaros. If you have a Ford Mustang 164, the 2024 Dark Horse up to 2025, the trunk is like 30% of the Xfinity trunk. It's pretty gnarly. It's pretty cool. So my honest take on this diecast, it has been many years in the making, I feel like, for the number 17 car at this point. To finally get a clean version of it. I mean, the drivers that have just driven this car, we have Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, William Byron, many of them winning in it. And the only diecast that actually gets produced is usually the raced win. And it's cool and all, but I really like having clean variants of paint schemes as well. And speaking of raced wins, here's another awesome NASCAR Xfinity raced win diecast. This is a 2025 Atlanta raced win for Austin Hill. It's got confetti all over it. You got some dirt and some grime. You can even see, no, I thought it was a donut on the side. No, it's actually confetti on the side panel. But awesome stuff to see. More Xfinity diecast getting produced. I love the raced wins. I think it's just so cool because it's like little time capsules, so to speak. So I always found that pretty cool. And I'm going to show two more diecasts here in the studio. This is a Ross Chastain and a Christopher Bell. Brand new. Got all these over there from Circle B Diecast. So make sure to tap in and get yours today while supplies last. I have no idea if any of these are still over there. So might be worth a look if you're interested in any of these. They always got new 164s popping out. Like literally, I'll get a diecast all right. Super blessed to do it. And by the time I get it in the studio and I review it and edit it and all that good jazz, there's already another diecast shipment in. So I'm like, as I'm unboxing it, I'm like, oh, this is the newest stuff. And then you go to Circle B and then you go to their new arrivals page. They're already new 164. So literally like 90% of the time, there's just constant new diecast pretty much almost every week over there. There's a few lull moments each year. I'd say probably more like 80-85% of the time. Every week there's something new. So it's pretty cool. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one. DB, signing off.